This is the moment you've been waiting for. Graduating high school, finally. Some people are saying, finally, I can start my business and escape the matrix. For others, it may be, man, I hope I can go to the same college as my crush. Or maybe something else entirely. But the one thing that everyone in this situation has in common, the billion-dollar question, what's next? Where do I go from here? What does this experience we call life have to offer me? The experiences awaiting, new people to connect with, places to explore, new foods to try, micro moments that we didn't realize would impact the rest of our lives. These are just some of the thoughts that went through my head when I finally stepped on that stage for myself and got handed my high school diploma. Because I most certainly did not want to end up like those people that peaked in high school, where that moment was the pinnacle of their life and everything else just went downhill from there. Because I absolutely did not want to go to college. I already struggle enough staying consistent with schoolwork, along with my absolutely unmatched hatred for school and the school system in general. If I could, I would go back and bomb every school in America and replace them with. So as the graduation parties went on and all the congratulations came and went, along with pretty much everyone I knew disappearing into college, the ever-growing realization that I'm an adult now, I'm not a kid anymore, just took over my mind. Like, man, I can really just do whatever I want now. I can sign up to anything and I don't have to lie about my age anymore. So naturally, as anyone would, I started looking for opportunities that may arise. Like, what jobs are out there? And of course, I was looking for the highest paying ones because, you know, as a broke kid straight out of high school, that's what you naturally would do. And as I was searching through job opportunities, a pattern became more and more apparent as I searched. Physical labor-focused jobs, more specifically factory and warehouse jobs. The pay may not have been as great as somewhere else, but what they lack in hourly wage, they more than made up for it in the hours you're allowed to work, especially when overtime and broke young people are involved. So as a broke kid, fresh out of high school, and everyone I knew disappearing into college, I worked my ass off to make more money. 50-hour weeks became the norm, 10 hours a day every single day. I get to work at like around like 7:30, 8 in the morning. Then I stay there, you know, all the way up until like 6 o'clock. You know, that's when it's been 10 hours and that's when I leave because, you know, I'm trying to get that, you know, the fat check. Even picking up weekend shifts whenever those were available. If I didn't get overtime, I failed basically. And I did this for like 3 months straight, constantly going into work at 7:30 in the morning and I wouldn't leave till 6 p.m. at night. And when you're someone trying to stack up and save as much money as possible while trying to spend as little as possible, the Costco hot dogs 2 miles down the road tend to become your best friend. Because for $1.50, they give you like a foot-long hot dog with a drink. You just can't beat that at all. And it's not like, oh, there must be a reason why they're $1.50. They're actually really good quality hot dogs for what you're getting. But eventually it just got old. Living this way gave me no social life at all. I would be asked if I can hang out, and I would always have to say no, I have work that day in the morning. And it's not like life on the other side with my friends was like the greatest thing ever either, because I would always like look into the group chats, you know, the senior group chat, and I would always see all my friends struggling. It's like, man, I have this work, I have this project due like tomorrow, and I'm working at 3 a.m. just to get it done. Then I would always see like, my professor sucks, I hate him, he doesn't even teach the class at all. And I was just kind of there on the opposite end, just like working full time. I mean, I was making pretty good money. I mean, like good money for my age at least. You know, I was making like $2,000 a month, which I mean, it's not like anything like incredible, but it's like, it's a lot better than going from like $200 to $0 a month. So, you know, I was living it up. I was balling. I truly was on my grind. I also had YouTube as well. I was still working on this YouTube channel. And keep in mind, I do literally everything on my own. Even this video, I'm editing all of it on my own. I do everything. I do my scripting, I do my thumbnails, I do my editing, all of it. Especially like, oh my gosh, some of these videos will take me so long to make. I kid you not, sometimes I would literally be just editing one video for an entire week. But I don't know. Stuff's weird. High school was strange. I hated high school so much with a passion. It's just a lot of the people that you sat with for years, you think like, that's my best friend, dude. That's my ride or die. Just to like never speak with them ever again. And I feel like it's not really that much different like for people in college. Like, you're in college, right? And it's a different kind of suffering. It's like with college, you still at least have a social life. You have everyone around you that's your age. But when you're fresh out of high school, working just straight into the workforce industry, not only is like pretty much no one your age, everyone's like in their mid-30s, mid-40s, even 50s. Everyone is old. It's like I can't relate to anyone. And then everyone at the workplace, they would see me. It's like, oh my gosh, you're so young. How could you possibly be tired on 4 hours of sleep? What? It's like, I don't know. Old people think we're like invincible or something. It's like they make it seem like I can take a bullet to the head and then just like get up and walk away like if nothing ever happened. But I feel like for people in college, it's just, I feel like that suffering is just delayed. It's like you're still suffering. You're being like, I always hear like, broke college student. I'm a broke college student. I can't afford anything. Really I'm in debt. It's what I hear all the time. And I mean, it's true. That's kind of like the stereotype. It's like you have to go into debt pretty much to go into college unless you have like all these scholarships and everything like that, which I didn't have. But I mean, like, it's not like I couldn't get a scholarship either because I graduated high school with AB honor roll. I had like a 3.5 GPA, which is not the greatest in the world, but it's not bad either. It's actually pretty decent. But it's just like going from being a kid to like a fully grown adult. Like I have my own responsibilities. I pay like my own stuff. I still live with my parents, thankfully, because obviously with the economy right now, there's absolutely no way I can afford to live on my own. But that's the thing, really. Like you can come into a job, work, and make so much money like as you're young because, you know, still living with your parents and everything, making like $2,000, maybe even $3,000 a month, and you have like no bills to pay. Maybe you have like a car payment, gas, insurance, something, whatever. Like you can afford to eat out every single day because there's like no other money like going out the door. You don't have big bills, or I'd assume you don't. But that's the thing with big bills. It's becoming pretty much impossible to move out and like have your own life nowadays because of the economy and inflation and stuff like that. It's not as it used to be. You can't just pick up a job and then be able to move out of your parents' house unless you're moving in with roommates, because that's how it is now. That's the reality. You need, unless you're making so much money to where it doesn't matter, you need to like rent with someone else. And then that comes with its own problems where that person doesn't pay the rent and then you have to like wear the boots of the house. And if that doesn't work out, it can be really bad for you. But that's also the thing. You need a backup plan when going into a job. Because fresh out of high school, it's like, I'm so ambitious. I want to like make all this money. I'm going to work so hard. I'm going to make all this money, and that's fine and all. That's perfectly fine. However, if you don't have a backup plan, you're gonna end up stuck. That's why you see all these memes of like all these people that are like their job that they've been at since they were like 18 years old, and they're now like in their late 30s and 50s. And that's really what I see at my job too. I see that all the time. It's like I mentioned earlier, everyone's like, oh my gosh, you're so young. I wish I can be young like you again. And then they've been working there for 20 plus years. And it's like, why are you still here? Isn't this like a stepping stone job to get like to a different level in life? And this isn't to like trash on anyone. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to be stuck doing something I don't like for that many years. It's scary. It really is scary because I don't want to have to be making that commute to work every single day for the rest of my life. I don't want to work in a warehouse job or a factory job for the rest of my life. And then the 8 o'clock traffic in the morning. Oh my lord, it's so bad. I remember I used to get up at 6 a.m. in the morning just so I can get to work early so that I can specifically avoid that traffic because it was so horrendously bad every single time. It's like, even on the highway with tolls, the highway that you're paying for, that should have less people on it, you're paying for that highway to be there. And it's still crowded. There's still traffic jams. And then everyone has to sit there and wait through traffic and then be late to work. Then you have to explain your boss why you're late to work, and then it looks bad on you because now you're late to work, and it's like, damn, I can't be late too many times or else I'm gonna get fired. And if you get fired, then you have no more money coming in. You have to look for another job, and it's stressful. It really is. But that's the adult world that I've come to learn. It's both a curse and a blessing because one, I do have the freedom to pretty much do whatever, like on my own accord now, but it comes at a cost. Can't really rely on parents for everything anymore. I'm getting older, even though I'm still very young. I know that. I'm only 19 years old. I feel like I already have, right? I say I feel like, but I could be very wrong. I probably am. I feel like I have all this experience of work. It's like I've seen a bunch of stuff. It's like I've had days where I've worked 12 hours for one single day. Like I would get there at 7:30 in the morning. I did not leave till 8 p.m. at night. It was dark, completely pitch black. I went into work while it was dark outside, and I did not leave until it was dark outside again. But that's how it is. If you don't have a backup plan, that's where you see all these people getting stuck. That's how you get stuck there, and then you don't ever move on from that. And that's not what you want. You want to be smart with your money. You don't want to be making all this money, get all excited like, yes, all this money, it's all mine. And it is your money. But you don't want to spend it all on one thing. Like, you don't want to be like that person where it's like, yes, I'm making this much money. You know, I'm gonna buy a brand new car. What's this, like $1,000 a month? All right, cool. Congratulations, you're in debt now. You screwed yourself. Unless you sell it, now not only do you have to pay off that car, you have to pay that off every single month, and now you're required to show up to work or else you're screwed. What is one lesson that I would recommend to people who are coming out into the work life and graduating? Have a plan. Have a plan for sure. Have a plan B, because you don't want to be stuck in that job forever. You don't want to be stuck at your first job forever, that you were like, yeah, I'm going to be here for a couple months. 10 years later, you're still there. It's like, what happened, dude? I thought you were supposed to move on with your life. I thought stuff was supposed to get better for you. But now your parents are asking you, what are your plans? What are your ideas? How are you going to move forward from here? What's next? What's the next step? Where is life gonna take you from here? And I feel like it's not that different for people in college as well, because they're studying. Yes, you may be in college watching this video and it's like, wow, so this is what the other side is like. These are the people that didn't go to college, they're just working. I mean, yeah, we're getting our money up. There's like, I guess you could say, the well-off high school graduate versus the broke college student. Where I feel like their experience of the 9-to-5 life is just kind of like delayed. You're there for like 2-4 years, 6, some people even maybe 8 if you're going for your master's degree. Then once you're out of college, then you're thrusted into the same life that many of us not going to college are experiencing right now. It's just been delayed for you, but now you're experiencing it. Maybe you have a higher wage than we do starting out. But then some of those people also get stuck at the first wage, fresh out of college. All right, what job can I get? They look for a job, they apply. All right, great, you got the job. Then your boss sucks, and now you're stuck at like what, 20, 30K a year, and now you can't get a promotion for whatever reason. Either like you're not doing a good job at work, your boss sucks, they're promoting the wrong people. I think the main takeaway from this is be smart with your money. You can make all this money but still be broke. Like, there's people that make $10,000 a month but they're in debt like $500,000, whether it's student loans, car payments, mortgage, maybe, I don't know, this is kind of out there, but maybe you just went through a divorce and now half of your net worth is gone. The court is forcing you to give away half of your money for her because she was the one that wronged you. That doesn't make any sense. How is that fair? It doesn't make any sense at all. It is not fair. Life is not fair. But that's the thing. Life is not fair for you. First of all, it's not fair to me either. It's not fair to the person down the street. It's not fair to the homeless guy down the road. It's not fair for anyone. Some people start out rich. Some people start out poor. Most of us start out middle class. I see it as a game. Life truly is a game. You can either sit there, hate the game, and complain about it, or you can play the game and win. Life truly is unfair, but it's not about how unfair it is. You gotta make life work for you. That's where being smart with your money comes in and stuff like that. Spending it wisely, investing it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Am I like spot on? Did I just like spark some flashbacks for some people? Or maybe even like you see yourself in me. Maybe you're in high school and you're like, man, this is the life that awaits me outside. Yes, but also no. There's many ways life can turn out for you. Whether you have a side business, you have a side hustle, or you get a really good paying job. That's where a lot of people go to college, because they feel pressured to, and it's not your fault. It's not their fault either, because you have your parents pressuring you, you have your friends yeah, screw you guys. You have your parents pressuring you, have your friends pressuring you, have school pressuring you. You have the fear of being a failure and disappointment in your family if you don't go. And then you also have your uncertainty. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't have a plan. You don't know where to take your life after high school. I think I got everything I wanted to say out. Just about. It really is funny how life works. With all that being said, I'm gonna tell you the secret to success. I'm gonna tell you how to generate $1 billion instantly with a snap of a finger. With a snap. I'm gonna tell you the secret to $1 billion. Do I have $1 billion? No, but I'm gonna tell you the secret anyways, because I know the secret. All right, so first of all, the secret